In this video, we are going to solve problem D, replace with occurrences. It says that in in a in the array A, f of x is will return the number of time x appeared in the array A. For example, in this array, 1 has appeared 2 times. So f of 1 will return 2. And 3 is appeared only 1 time, so f of 3 will return 1. And it says that if we can create an array A such that for all the indices this condition will satisfy, then we will print the array A, or otherwise we will print -1. Let's say an example. So this will be given as an input and we have to output this array. So here we can say 4 is appeared only 1 time, so for this index it print 1. 5 has appeared 2 times, so for this index it gives 2 and it also gives 2. For this index a of I is 6 and and 6 has appeared 3 times in the array A, so for this index it will print 3. Let's say for this input how we will print the array A. So for the index 0, b of I is 2. So for a in the array A, we have to print a number that appeared 2 times in the array A. Let's say the number is 4. So it have to be appeared 2 times. So let's say for this index also array a of I is 2. A of I is 4. So now the condition satisfied. 4 has appeared 2 times and b of I is 2. For this index, let's say the a of I is 6 and it also has to be appeared 2 times, so let's say this element is also 2. 6. So now the condition satisfied because 6 appeared 2 times and b of I is also 2. Now for the last index, if we print, let's say 7. Now in the array A, 7 appeared only 1 time, but the bi is 2. So it doesn't satisfy our condition. So for this input, we will not able to create the array A because it doesn't satisfy our condition. But let's say there was another element in the array B, let's say another element. Now if we print 7 for this element, now it will satisfy our condition because 7 is appeared 2 times in the array A, and for this index and also for this index b of I is 2. See when we will able to create the array A and when we will not. So let's say for in the array B an element is X and it appeared Y times in the array B. If Y is not divisible by X, we will not able to create array A. For example, here when 2 appeared 5 times, we saw that we couldn't make the array A. But when 2 appeared, 2 was the number of time 2 appeared here is 6 and we able to create the array A. So we can say if Y is not divisible by X, we will not able to create the array A. For this example, let's create the array A. At first, for the element 1, we'll print the value of array. Let's say here I print 5, here 6, here 7. All this element will satisfy our condition because 5 and 6, 7 both appeared one time in the array A. For 2, let's say for first 2 will print 1 and next 2 will print 2 or 3 or 4, whatever. So here we can see for the number x, the number of distinct element we will need is y by x. Let me explain. 2 has appeared 4 times. So for 2, the number of distinct element we need is 4 divided by 2, which is 2. Here for b of I is 2. Then element we need is here 1, 1, and here 2 and 2. There are 2 distinct elements. And for element 1, we in A of I, we see we need 5, 6, and 7. We need 3 distinct elements. Like one has appeared 3 times in the array B. So 3 divided by 1 is 3. So there are 3 distinct elements like 5, 6, and 7. Now let's see how we will create the array A. So here in the array B, it is the same array we discussed before. So we'll start from 1. So we saw that the number of distinct element needed for 1 is 3. So let's say for the first 3, for 1 we'll print from 1 to 3. Like for this 1, 2, 3. And for 2, the number of distinct element we need that you saw it's 2. We need 2 distinct elements for 2. So let's say for the first 3 element will be for 1 and then next 2 element 4 and 5. Let's say 2 element it will be needed for 2. Let's say for this and this it 4 and for the next 2 5. I explained everything that needed to solve this problem. Now you should try to implement this by yourself. Now let's say the code. Now it can be solved in more easier way. My implement You should try to implement this by yourself. Now in the map MP I store the occurrence of the element of B. In MP2 I store the number of distinct element is needed for a specific element. And MP3, this is basically the higher limit of number needed for a specific element. And here I just implement print the array.